'Twas the night before Christmas, and I'm locked on the couch, watching videos of the Chappelle show, a lot of smoke in the house. I rolled a blunt for Santa and put it over there, and I made some weed brownies that were for the reindeer. The buds were packed tight, sealed in a jar, separated by the different strains that they are. My bae had been asleep, and I'm ready to tuck her. Munchies made me think I want some toasted peanut butter. Then right outside, I heard a weird racket. I walked to the window so that I could look at it. Peered through the curtains and peeked through the blinds, trying to identify anything that I could find. It was dark outside, only lit by the moon, which reflected its light off the new falling snow dunes. But what do I see? When I look in the sky, was the reindeer, the sleigh, and the Santa Claus guy. There was smoke from the cockpit just trailing along, and I could faintly hear water bubbling in his bong. And as he blew out more smoke and grabbed both the reins, I could hear that he had gave the reindeer new names. On Stoner, on Smoker, now blazed up in Blue Dream, on Sour, on Purple, on Terpene and Eugene. Let's go down to the houses, but don't go down there too fast, cause I'm high as shit and I don't wanna crash. I seen Stoner and Smoker both bank a right, and then all of a sudden they were out of my sight. I stood there and shocked, is this really the dude? Blinked a couple times, took a bite of my food, then up on the roof, I could hear that they landed. Then I heard someone coughing, and then he said, damn it. As I turned around, I heard him come down the chimney, get stuck a little bit, free himself with a shimmy. He was drifting off fur, from his feet to his head, had a skull cap on, sticking out with some dreads. The room had filled up with the stink of some loud, as he opened up the big bag that he had sat on the ground. His eyes were red, still had a twinkle, barely even open, a couple of wrinkles. A stonery grin was slapped on his face. His white beard was gone and there were more dreads in his place. A nicely rolled blunt held in his mouth, with the smoke from the tip of it just bellowing out. He was shorter than I thought, but wide as I knew. I could tell that he really enjoyed his munchies too. Then he grabbed the blunt and put it in the ashtray. I laughed a little bit just seeing him that way. He did the sup nod and then looked at the blunt and said, yo, you can have that right there if you want. He took out a bunch of gifts for the kids and left them. Grabbed the blunt that I rolled him, the weed brownies, and kept them. He sparked up the blunt and then went back up the chimney. I picked up the blunt that he had left there to give me. As he sat in his sleigh, I heard him light up the bong. I heard the reindeer grunting and all this carrying on. And then I heard him yell as he flew off in the night. Merry Christmas to all, to Blunt Marley, you alright?